A decision by the Supreme Court could impact businesses not only across the country, but here at home. At the end of June, a 40-year-old ruling called the Chevron decision was overturned, which is changing how vague rules made by the federal agencies are interpreted. KIMT News 3's Maureen Dudley spoke with a Rochester lawyer about how this decision could impact us locally.
After the Chevron decision was overruled by the Supreme Court, I spoke with a lawyer at Dunlap Seeger about what this means for the future.
If you're a business that is regulated by the federal government, and in particular a federal agency, it gives those agencies a little less power. And if you disagree with the rule that they have, you can go to court and have a greater ability to overturn that rule.
He says the decision particularly impacts farmers, truck drivers, and anyone who deals with federal regulations.
If you're a world-famous medical institution and you're regulated by the federal government, say relates to radiation, it's going to have an impact on your ability to challenge a rule that you think is wrong or unfair.
He says the ruling evens the playing field for those looking to change decisions they disagree with. Before the ruling, though, challenges were still possible, but difficult.
You could, but the problem you had is the only way to challenge it was to go to federal court, and the federal court was required to defer to an agency ruling. So you kind of had one foot in the grave if you were going to challenge that administrative ruling.
The ruling does not clear up what is considered ambiguous and how courts will interpret rules from federal agencies. He tells me while there are still a lot of questions that are unanswered, this will affect millions of Americans in the United States. In Rochester, Maureen Dudley, KIMT News 3.
Schuler also says lower courts will need to define how decisions are made in cases challenging rules from federal government agencies.